I'm really trying to get into the key.
I can't do it, dude. It just doesn't do it for me.
I listened to the whole thing again on the drive back from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Where I could crank it up full blast. Because there's a lot did you listen to it at all?
I did.
You know how it has all that weird nuance stuff?
It just doesn't resonate with me at all.
It's very, just as a reference, it's terrible, but it's very Nostradamus.
Yeah.
With all that weird ambient talking and shit in the background and trying to piece the story together. And, you know, I finally think I understand the story. But the music's just not very good.
Yeah, well, it's not a cohesive project. It's not a cohesive band. I didn't dig the first Queensryche.
Yeah, Frequency Unknown.
No. The self-titled. But now they found their common level, I guess.
Yeah.
In this new one.
Yeah.
And it's night and day between the two.
It is.
It wasn't that the self-titled Queensryche was horrible.
Right.
It just was, But this one here is just like, okay, now they found their niche.
It's funny, and I'll give a plug to your enemy, Eddie Trunk, on the Eddie Trunk podcast. He interviewed LaTorre this week, Todd LaTorre.
Sure.
And LaTorre talked about the two records, and he talked about, again, yet another one. I'm a big fan of the Eddie Trunk podcast, and I think he does good interviews when he wants to.
Right.
And he did another very good interview with Todd LaTorre this week. But he talked about the two records, and LaTorre talked pretty openly about the first record was done to sound like Queensryche's first 5 records.
Okay.
The second record has the elements of those records and the style, but LaTorre could actually be himself.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough.
And he talked about that there was things on the first record that he did in his voice that Michael Wilton, and he specifically pointed to Michael Wilton and said, Michael sent me back to do them again because it didn't represent classic Queensryche.
Okay.
Some of the less clean high notes and stuff that he had to redo.
All right.
So, but it was interesting because Todd LaTorre, who's obviously the singer, really drew the line between the two records and explained that they are very different. And it's not, that's not really common that a band guy, even especially a new band guy, would actually point it out and say, well, this is not what I would do.
Right.
And that's just what he did. It's a good interview.
Well, good. Well, again, 3-4 weeks ago, I got to sit with Michael Wilton and speak with him face to face.
Right.
And I did talk about the initial record with Todd and this current one and, where it fits in the catalog, et cetera.
Sure.
And I did discuss the distinction between the two. Mm-hmm. And, cohesively as a band,
yeah,
they sound very comfortable now. But boy, I'm telling you what, that live performance I saw them opening up for Scorpions.
Right.
Damn, they kicked me in the face. It was phenomenal.
It's like the old days of Queens.
It was absolutely phenomenal.
See, and I've missed that. I got to see that. I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, well, I was glad I got to go.
Yeah. I want to go next time they come to whatever city I happen to be in. I'm going to have to. It's weird how they did it this time. They were in Pittsburgh when I was in Cleveland. They were in Cleveland when I was in Pittsburgh. I'd missed them both times because I was in the wrong city. But
well, they were so good.
But I want to see it, and it just sounds like, I mean, the best I ever saw them was on the Empire when they opened for Metallica and
right,
and on Day on the Green in '91. And I mean, they were fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. And then I've seen 15 shows since that were not incredible anymore. I mean, me and you sat through a horrible show. The Here and the Now Frontier show?
That was terrible.
That was really bad. And I'll tell you, the worst one was American Soldier for me. That was horrid.
Yeah, I saw that at the House of Blues, and that was just, ugh.
Jeff had his daughter out singing, and some soldier guy came out and sang.
Right.
It's like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
This is not Queensryche. Not even a little.
Look at Willie Fugate in the chat room. Metal Church. Looking forward to seeing these guys on tour in 2016 with David Wayne.
Me too. Can't wait.
David Wayne.
You know who I heard is opening those shows? The Doors. Jim Morrison.
David Wayne.
I heard Jim Morrison's back with the Doors. Did you hear that?
Wow.
You're not excited about that?
Well, if it were true, I wouldn't mind, but I don't think that's happening.
Dude, are you going with me next month to the big Nirvana reunion?
Yeah, seriously.
I heard Pantera's playing, too, with the original lineup.
Right.
I can't wait.
Sure. Wow. All right. But I am looking forward to the new Metal Church, though.
I am, too. They're not giving us enough music for it.
Yeah.
It's about time to have that album. Hendrix is opening.
Yeah, no shit. Might as well roll all the old bones out there.
That's right.
All right, let's finish up with Chris here.
All right.
Let's see here. What is he? He was talking about his drinking.
Yes.
On why he was drinking so heavily in the infamous scene in The Decline of Western Civilization Part 2, the Metal Years movie, in which he can be seen guzzling vodka in his pool.
Yes.
Now, we had the guy from what the hell? He's in Armored Saint currently, Duncan.
Oh, Sean Duncan?
Yeah, he was on the show, and he said that was not vodka in those bottles. He said that he was there at the filming of the Decline movie at the pool, and he said they filled those alcohol bottles up, or vodka bottles up, with water.
Right.
That's what he told us here on the show.
Cold November in the chat room. I hear Midnight is replacing Todd LaTorre.
That's what I hear, too. It's not going to start it there. Boy, that caused us some issues for years.
For years it did.
Yes.